Good evening, everyone. I'm Debbie Singleton. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I hope everyone had a great weekend. I sure did. I had a lovely weekend, actually, from Thursday to Sunday. I was at a crafting retreat with my friend Sarah, and it was super fun. I got to do so much. Got to be with lovely ladies, got to do lots of crafting, making lots of cards, catching up on some card making. So I had so much fun. Got to spend some time with my daughter from Thursday to Saturday. That's always so much fun and so nice. And we got to meet lots of new people. I got to see lots of friends that I haven't seen in several months. So it was so much fun just to spend some time with everyone and make cards and just have a good old time. Stay up late, get no sleep, that kind of stuff. So it's always so much fun to do crafting retreats and enjoy our time. So that was a lot of fun. See a bunch of new cards, see lots of new ideas, and get some ideas on some cards and what's coming up and what ideas I want to get and use and combine and all that kind of stuff, and how creative people are. Oh my goodness. People are so creative and have so many talents. It's just amazing. But it was so much fun. So our next one is coming up in 3 months. It's in October, and I can't wait. So this one will be at her house, and so it'll be so much fun. This one was at a hotel. So, hi, Mom. Thanks for joining. So it'll be fun. It'll be at her house, but this one was at a hotel, and it's always so nice to go away and just spend some time and just be away and not have to go home and just be kind of like a mini vacation away from home. So it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. It was very, very enjoyable. So then I got to decide, okay, what kind of card do I want to make for tonight? And so we actually used this set, made a couple of cards this weekend with this set. And so it kind of gave me a couple ideas of what card I wanted to use for idea for tonight. It's a super easy, simple card. And so I actually put together two cards because it's super easy. But the set we're going to use has a couple of different sayings on it, which is really fun, but it uses instead of dice, it uses a punch. So that's really nice. It's a label punch. So it's super fun to be able to use that. And then what I used with it was actually a die set, because the die set is so much fun. So I put a die and a punch together with it. I didn't use any ribbon because I don't have ribbon to go with any of the papers that I chose, but I did use embellishments because you always have to have bling. So I did do that. So the set we're going to use is called Lovely and Lasting, and it is in the regular catalog, but you still get credits when you purchase it. You still will get credits in order to buy if you purchase $50 worth, you still get free stuff, so you can still use it in the catalog. So I am using paper out of the catalog, and it is called Wonderful World, and I did use this in one of my other lives. This is this really beautiful flower paper. I actually used a different one. I used this purple one. So I used this purple one, but I'm going to use a different paper out of it. I actually was going to use the purple again, but I said no, I'm actually going to use a different one. But again, this paper is so hard. It was so hard for me to choose which one I wanted to use because it's so pretty. In this pack, it has so many different colors. You can use the pinks. You can use yellows. You can use. So I actually did choose a pink background, a white background, and then I actually chose one of our newer colors, which is called. I haven't learned them yet. Sorry, Starry Sky. So I chose a white background for mine that I made, and then I chose the Starry Sky, and then I chose Melon Mambo for one. So the set that you can get as a bundle, it's actually the punch, and then the stamp. And this in the stamp set, it says, thinking of you, happy birthday. Oh, hello. I just love that. Cheers. That's really fun. Thank you and best of luck. So that's really fun. And then it has like a flower set and then kind of like a tile and then some other fun little like things you can do. And then an outline of the punch. So that's even fun. So I thought it would be really fun to do that. And the card that I made first time going around is this one. And let me kind of switch around here. There we go. This is the one that I made, and I chose this really pretty. It's got pinks in it. It's got purple in it. Again, it's out of that paper pack. And then I put this mossy meadow paper, and this little pattern here, that's what I was talking about. It's the die set, which is really fun. It's super easy. This whole thing, you just put through the embossing fold. It's an embossing folder. You put through the die cutter and it cuts it out for you. So it's super simple. And then this is the punch. And then you stamp the happy birthday, and that's it. That's all we do. Stamp, cut. It's super simple. It's a super simple card. Put some rhinestones on it, and we're done. So that is the card. That's simple. Bam, that's it. But all the colors go together. It was so amazing. But I didn't have any ribbon that really matched any of this. I know, it's really weird. All the ribbon I have on the wall, but none of it really matched. So that's the one that I made. And so I thought, oh, okay. So I'm going to use a couple of different of the sheets of paper out of there and make different ones. So I'm gonna do this blue one that I have here. I thought this would be really pretty. This starry sky. This blue is beautiful. And in this, it's probably hard to see in there, but this actually has, put it up there, has this a little bit of blue in it, and it is called Starry Sky. And this is actually a lighter green, and it is called, oh my goodness, I'll have to look on the back up here. On the back of our papers, it always tells us. Pear Pizzazz. So it's the lighter one of it, and Pear Pizzazz is in these leaves. So it also all ties it all together really nicely. So I made this again out of the die, but I did the Pear Pizzazz, so it ties it all these colors all together. And so super simple. So our card base is our average normal card base, 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. And then we're gonna just kind of, and then I did the white piece to go inside so that we can write in it or stamp in it if we decided we wanted to stamp in it. So I did that card base, 5 1/4 by 4. So we're going to just glue that in there. So we'll just glue, since we did the white, the first one was white, obviously we didn't need to put a piece on the inside. So we can just glue this on the inside. Okay. And now to glue this, just flip it over and we're going to put some glue. I'm going to glue this. Make sure I'm in the camera. Put some glue here and then just kind of pick it up, turn it, and then really lightly put some glue on this edge here. So it'll stay, but just don't press very hard on your glue. And put some glue on this edge. Again, you're not going to press very hard, but you're going to put just a little bit of glue. With this Tombow glue, you don't need a lot, remember, you just need a little bit. And then I just kind of went in these little like dots here, and I just basically put little dots of glue, just ever so lightly, just so that it'll stay there. So it'll sit in place when we put it on there. Okay. And we're going to put that on first. That's going to kind of give us a gauge for where we're going to put our DSP. I'm going to overlap that just a little bit. Glue on that. And we're going to line it up on top of there so that the edges are lined up. And it really brings out that blue and that green. All right, now I'm going to stamp. So I couldn't decide if I wanted to stamp my sentiment on the green or if I wanted to stamp my sentiment on a white piece, because there is some white in this little flower. So I'm thinking I might want to stamp my sentiment on the green and still keep my theme with the green. Hi, Heather. Nice to join. Thank you. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep with the green. So I'm going to stamp with my green. But this time I'm going to say thinking of you and stamp with the blue on the green. So I'm going to stamp with the little outline. So in there's the little outline. So you stamp that first. So, and then I'm going to use thinking of you, and then you stamp inside. Yep. Okay. That looks pretty good. And then now we're going to use our punch. This is what the punch looks like. And then we're going to punch that out. You just line up the punch. It matches it. So we're going to line that up. Remember, we don't want to get our fingers. Okay. And I'm going to use dimensionals, and I put them so I would have them on my table. There they are. Covered them up. Pop that out a little bit. It's popped up. And I did this one backwards because I really wanted this on the other side. But I glued it on the wrong side, but it's all right. Okay. Now we'll put our rhinestones. Give it some more pop. That will help. That adds to it because it's a more little pizzazz. There. More of my little blank spaces here. Put two together. There we go. There's our card. And those colors all mixed together. So I really like that paper. And then I picked, and then I did a pink one. So this is Melon Mambo. So let's try and get this one on here right. Not upside down because I liked it the other way better. So put our inside piece. I picked, I think the same pattern as my first one, but I used the pink instead of the white. Let's put this on the inside. Oops, moved on me. Okay, oops, let's. Weird piece of glass on there. Strange. Okay. So I'm going to use the green again. So this time I want to Yep, I use this strip again. All these colors. So I went back to using my Mossy Meadow green. Hi, Darlene. Thanks for joining. So I want to put this on here. I want to do it this way is what I want. So let's do this. Let's glue this way. Again, just very lightly put your glue on this little edge here. It's hard to get this on here. So blobbing it on. So this time I want to put it this way. And then I'm going to put this piece of paper. And this strip is 1.5 by 5 1/4. I think I said what size that was. And you can make it any size actually. But clean that up. Well, actually, somehow I think that's the wrong one. This one. Yep. I had an extra strip laying around. I'm like, that's not the right size. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. And then I think this one should be white. So I'm going to stamp on my white. And I'm going to go back to my green. Stamp with the green. I think I'm going to go back to my green. I could stamp it pink, but I didn't bring my pink. I'm going to do green. I'm going to make this one birthday again. Perfect. Cut this out. Easy. There we go. And put some dimensionals. Put this up here. You know, I'm going to put this up here this time. Instead of in the middle. And then put my rhinestones on it. Oops. Look at that. That just adds to it, those little rhinestones. Oh my goodness. There we go. So here's our cards. I just Okay, so oops, can barely see them all three. There we go. I made that one the other way and these two this way because I did it a little different. But these two I made with that same paper, and then this one I picked the different paper out of that that pack. But that pack is so pretty. I mean, thanks, Heather. I'm glad you liked them. They're super easy. I love that this pattern is so fun. And then the other, it comes with two of them. So it comes with one that's kind of like just diagonal pages or diagonal lines, and that one's fun too. So it's super fun and just gives your card just a little bit of addition. So super fun. So it just gives them something different, something different to look at. So the super fun cards, super easy cards. So gives it a little bit of different touch. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Everyone have a great week. Thanks for joining me, and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye. There we go.